I have went through all of my shelves, rearranged everything to get ready for the end of the year. I have culled my shelves, taken off everything that I don't think that I want to read, or went through all the books that I have gotten in. So I have 23 books today that I am going to be unhauling, and let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I can't wait to dive into this book unhaul for you. This will be the last book unhaul that I do for 2025. All of these books will be on my Pango Books account, which is linked down below. Make sure that you're following me because these books are probably already up or will be up in the next few days. So you don't want to miss any updates on when these books go live. So let's just get into it. I have the books from, I think this might be Mystic Book Box. No, it is Arcane. And that is Hellfire and Honey by Mariel Pomeroy. I am not going to be reading these. They are beautiful additions, and I just rather them go to a home that actually wants to read these instead of just sitting on my shelves for who knows how long and then never being read. I also have Knights of Obedience by Rachel Mays. I'm actually not unhauling the book itself. I have a special edition from, I think, Bookish Box, so I don't need the paperback edition. I hope that somebody really enjoys this book. This is a very dark, I think, spicy romance, romantasy, something like that. I haven't read the synopsis in a while, but I am definitely intrigued on reading it. I just don't need the paperback. I am also going to be unhauling Moonlight Book Box's Slaying the Shifter Prince by Claire Sager. I recently read a series by Claire Sager that I think this also takes place in, and I did not enjoy that series. I think the first book was great, but as books 2 and 3 went on, I lost interest, wasn't really feeling it, so I definitely don't need the book that goes with that, so I hope someone enjoys it. I am also going to be unhauling my extra copy of Illumicrate's Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This has the sprayed edges. I recently bought the Bride and Mate duo that had the alternative dust jackets, so I do not need an extra copy of this. If you are looking for the Illumicrate version, definitely go pick it up on my Pango. I had just got in Bookish Box's July book, I think, which is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. This is still in the plastic wrapping. I have seen many booktubers that I follow read this book when it came out, and it just doesn't sound like a book that I would enjoy, with it having a lot of historical features with it and different timelines, multiple characters. But it is a beautiful edition, and I'm really sad to see that go, but I just know in my heart that this is not a book that I'm going to enjoy. I had just recently got in from Mystic Book Box. This must have been October or September's book, and it is by an author that I have never read from before, which is Avina St. Graves, and I think these are dark romances. It came with some spicy artwork, so I'm not going to show that. It is Skin of a Sinner and Fiery Little Thing. I went ahead and read some synopsis on these to see if I wanted to keep these, and again, although I love dark romance, these are not books that I'm going to gravitate towards, so I don't need them sitting on my shelves for who knows how long before I decide to unhaul these. I'm going to be unhauling my extra copy of the Kickstarter edition of Night of the Witch by Rebecca L. Garcia. This is a stunning copy, but I ended up getting 2 of these. How, I don't know. It's always a running joke with Rebecca that I end up pre-ordering multiple copies of her book, so I'm definitely going to be getting rid of this, and definitely someone should pick it up because it's a very good book. I am going to be unhauling a book that I recently DNF'd, and that is Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. I'm also going to be unhauling Hellbent as well. I DNF'd Ninth House. It just wasn't something that I was vibing with. It is dark academia, secret societies, with a little bit of a fantastical twist to it, and I was really sad because I wanted to read Ninth House for so long, but these are the Book of the Month editions. Nothing special about them. I'm really sad to see that go, and I'm really sad that I ended up not liking it. Somehow I have ended up with 4 copies of this book that just recently released in October. So I ended up keeping one of the editions that I absolutely thought was beautiful and gorgeous. I think it was from Fairy Loot that I ended up keeping it. That is Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. This is the Book of the Month edition. It does have beautiful sprayed edges. That's the only thing that's unique about it, but I do not need 4 copies of this book. I do have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition that is signed, and it has just plain sprayed edges on here. And then I also have the Waterstones exclusive edition, and it has beautiful edges and different artwork on it. Again, why did I get 4 copies of this book? I know that I pre-ordered it, but I didn't know that I pre-ordered that many copies, and then I didn't know that it was coming in a Fairy Loot subscription. So here we are. Now someone else can enjoy these beautiful editions. I did decide to unhaul the Owl Crate Romance Quarterly subscription book, which is Well Actually by Maisie Edding. Again, this is still in the plastic wrapping. It has beautiful edges. It has such a fall vibe to it, but I don't tend to read a lot of contemporary romance, and when I do, they're very selective. So I read the synopsis, sat on this for probably 2 months, and I've decided, since I haven't thought about the book, I haven't wanted to read it, it's time to go ahead and get rid of this. I then got in the April or May, possibly, book from Bookish Box, and that is The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. Over the past year, I have received probably 3 or 4 editions of this book at this time, and I have unhauled all of them but one. I read this as an ARC. I didn't like it. I think I had even DNF'd it. I don't remember fully what had happened. Then it came in a Fairy Loot book box and a Owl Crate book box. It came in a lot of book boxes that I was subscribed to at the time, and then now with Bookish Box, it's a beautiful edition, but again, I didn't like it whenever I originally read it as an ARC. If I am going to retry it, I would rather keep, I think it's the Fairy Loot edition. That was the stunning one that I wanted to keep. I did go ahead and decide to unhaul the Fairy Loot Romantasy October book, which is Savage Blooms by S.T. Ibsen. I really love the artwork on here. It looks like an antique book, a book that you would find like in the 1800s, you know, just sitting on a shelf. I just love the artwork and the foiling. After reading the synopsis, seeing other people read this and their thoughts, I decided that I don't think this is a book that is going to be something that I'm going to want to keep. I may enjoy it. It could be a 3-star. I just don't see myself wanting to keep this on my shelves and talking about it in months to come on my channel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and part ways with it now. If I do want to read the story, I can always pick it up on Kindle or audio, but I just don't need this edition, so I hope it gets loved somewhere else. Another book that I had gotten multiple copies of is Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. This is the Book of the Month edition with the beautiful edges. I had ended up getting this in, I think, a Fairy Loot subscription box, so I do not need multiple copies again. I am excited to get to this. I think I have it on my Romantasy bingo from Covers with Cassidy that she had put on. So I am hoping to get to this, but even if I love it, do I need multiple copies? Is that something I need to do? Because I'm trying to make room and make my shelves something that showcases the books that I ultimately love, books that I will gravitate towards to reread. And at this time, I just don't need multiple copies of a book that I'm still unsure about. Another book from Bookish Box that I am going to be unhauling, I want to say this was May or June's book, and that is Behooved by M. Stevenson. This is a beautiful edition, and I have honestly thought time and time again, should I keep this? Should I read it? It sounds so intriguing, but again, at the end of the day, I'm not gravitating towards it. I'm not thinking about it other than whenever I see the book. And I do believe this is a book where she is like exiled or like on the run or trying to be saved from an assassin, something along those lines. And the prince that she is supposed to marry is cursed. So at night, I think he is like a horse or a unicorn or something like that. And then during the day, he is a man. It just Sounds intriguing, but not something that I think I'm going to enjoy. I am very sad about the next books that I am going to be unhauling. They are from Bookish Box. I have wanted to read this series for quite a while, but after watching several reviews and booktubers that actually I align with on reading styles, I decided, you know what? I don't need to hold on to these books because I'm kind of unsure about it. And that is the Poison Study series by Maria V. Snyder. These are gorgeous. These are the first 3 books in the series. You do have Poison Study, Magic Study, and then Fire Study, which I think are the first 3 books in the first trilogy set in this world. Again, I wanted to read this. This is a loved series by so many people, but after seeing their thoughts and reviews on it, I don't think that it's something that I'm gonna enjoy, or at least if I do enjoy it, I'm not gonna continue on in this world, because I think the next trilogy or duology in this series follows a different couple, and sometimes that structure doesn't work for me. And then the last book on my unhaul pile is a book that I have had on my Pango Books for a while now. I don't know if that means that it's not a loved book. I don't know what that means, but I have it discounted on like, I think 70% of what I actually paid for this book whenever I had an Onyx subscription. But that is Goddess of the Isles by Pepper Winters. It comes in this beautiful slipcase, and then it has this beautiful naked hardcover. I don't know if this is not a loved book by a lot of people. I have been trying to unhaul it for a while. I think I have it for like $30 on there, and I had paid like $85 or something like that, maybe $90, because you know, you got to pay for shipping and everything like that. I guess that tells me that I'm doing a good thing getting rid of it. All right, everyone, those are all of the books that I am unhauling, at least for 2025. Who knows what 2026 is gonna bring in the holiday seasons. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Are you gonna pick up any of these books off of my Pango Books account? And if you do not want to leave me a comment, but at least let me know that you're here, leave me a leaf emoji. We are still in the midst of fall. We have a few more days until Thanksgiving, and then Christmas season is upon us. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Enjoy your families and your friends during this Thanksgiving holiday, and I'll see you next time. Bye!